Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go with the question. The sum of four numbers is 783. One of the numbers, A, is 25% more than the sum of the other three numbers. What is the value of A? Okay, there are four numbers for which we have the sum, that is 783, and one of the numbers is given, that is A. Okay, so here A represents one of the numbers. Let me write the stuff over here, one of the numbers. And also, let me assume, that is, let B be the sum of the other three numbers. Let me write the stuff over here. Let B be the sum of the other three numbers. Let me finish writing. Okay, so A is one of the four numbers and this B represents the sum of the other three numbers. When I add A and B, this A positive B represents a sum of four numbers. So according to the information we have, it must be equal to 783. Okay, now let me solve for B in this equation. For that, we have to subtract A from both sides. When I subtract A from both sides, so here positive and negative will cancel. I'm getting B equals to 783 negative A. Okay, why I solve for B particularly in this equation? Because my aim is to get the value of A. So if I solve for B in terms of A, so in the other part of the information I have in the question, if I get a B at anywhere, so I can plug in this stuff. That is, I can plug in the stuff in terms of A and I'll have a chance to get the value of A. Okay, now let me consider the other information. That is, A is 25% more than the sum of the other three numbers. Now we have to write this statement as an equation. So that is, A equals to 25% more than, means we have to add 25 to this 100 percentage of the sum of the other three numbers. Actually, we have assumed B as the sum of the other three numbers. So of the sum of the other three numbers means instead of that we can write B. Okay, A equals to, when I add 125, that is 125, that is 125% of B. Okay, when I convert this 125% to decimal, I'm getting 1.25. And whenever we have OF of in math, actually it represents multiplication, that is 1.25 times B. Okay, our aim is to get the value of A, but here we have this equation in two unknowns, A and B, but already we have solved for B in terms of A over here. So now we can plug in this stuff, 783 negative A for this B over here. Let me do it. Then we get A equals to 1.25 times 783 negative A. Okay, now we got this equation in only one unknown, that is A. So for which we have to get the value. Okay, now let's solve for A in this equation. Okay, here I have written the stuff on the left side as it is. Now let's distribute this 1.25 to the 783 and negative A. So when you distribute this 783, we have to multiply 1.25 and 783. When I multiply them, I am getting 978.75. When I multiply this 1.25 and negative A, I am getting a negative 1.25 A. Okay, now let me add 1.25 A to both sides. Let me do it. When I do so, this positive negative 1.25 A, positive 1.25 A will cancel. Actually, this A is nothing but 1A. There is a coefficient of A over here is 1. Actually, we don't find any number in front of A. We have to assume there is 1. When I add 1A and 1.25 A, I'm getting 2.25 A equals to 978.75. Okay, since my aim is to solve for A, I have to get rid of this number which is multiplied by A. For that, I have to divide both sides of this equation by 2.25. When I do so, this 2.25 will cancel out. Then we get A on the left side. When I divide 978.75 by 2.25, I am getting 435. Okay, now I got the value of A. The value of A is 435. We find this 435 in answer choice B. The correct answer choice for this question is B.